The summary of, first, break all the rules. What the world's greatest managers do differently. Brought to you by Click-Through College. First, break all the rules. What the world's greatest managers do differently, by Marcus Buckingham and Kurt Kaufman, is a seminal work in the field of management. The authors, both leaders at Gallup, have drawn upon an extensive 25-year study conducted by Gallup involving interviews of more than 80,000 managers across different industries and levels. The aim was to identify how excellent managers produce superior business results. The core principle. The primary principle of the book is that effective managers reject conventional wisdom, instead embracing a unique set of practices that allow them to develop the potential of their employees. The authors argue that the best managers understand that people don't change that much, and thus they don't attempt to rectify people's weaknesses but instead focus on maximizing their strengths. They treat individuals not as they would like to be treated themselves, but how the individuals would like to be treated. The Q12. The authors distilled their findings into 12 core questions, known as the Q12, that, when answered affirmatively, indicate a strong, vibrant, high-performing workplace. 1. Do I know what is expected of me at work? 2. Do I have the materials and equipment I need to do my work right? 3. At work, do I have the opportunity to do what I do best every day? 4. In the last 7 days, have I received recognition or praise for doing good work? 5. Does my supervisor or someone at work seem to care about me as a person? 6. Is there someone at work who encourages my development? 7. At work, do my opinions seem to count? 8. Does the mission, purpose of my company make me feel my job is important? 9. Are my coworkers committed to doing quality work? 10. Do I have a best friend at work? 11. In the last 6 months, has someone at work talked to me about my progress? 12. This last year, have I had opportunities at work to learn and grow? These questions cover the basic needs of employees, from clear expectations and recognition to development opportunities and a sense of purpose. The importance of talent. Talent, as defined by the authors, is a natural recurring pattern of thought, feeling, or behavior that can be productively applied. According to the authors, talent is the most powerful predictor of performance, and hence, hiring for talent rather than solely for skills or knowledge is key to building a successful team. Buckingham and Kaufman argue that the role of a manager is to turn an individual's talent into performance. They identify 4 keys to becoming an excellent manager. 1. Select for talent. Hire for inherent abilities rather than just experience or determination. 2. Define the right outcomes. Set the right expectations and define the right outcomes instead of dictating the process. 3. Focus on strengths. Help people develop their natural talents instead of trying to fix their weaknesses. Find the right fit. If a person is not performing well, managers should try to align them with roles that better match their talents. Skills, knowledge, and talents. The authors differentiate between skills, knowledge, and talents. Skills are the how-tos of a role. Knowledge is what you are aware of, and talents are recurrent patterns of thought, feeling, or behavior. While skills and knowledge are trainable and acquirable, talents are more inherent and enduring. Great managers understand the differences between these 3 and know how to leverage them in their team. Strengths over weaknesses. A significant part of the book emphasizes the concept of, don't try to fix the weaknesses of your employees. Instead, focus on their strengths. The authors argue that attempting to improve people's weaknesses is largely futile and instead, the best results come from focusing on and maximizing strengths and managing around weaknesses. This doesn't mean ignoring weaknesses entirely, but instead acknowledging them and finding ways to minimize their impact. Talent versus skills. Another key idea in the book is the distinction between skills and talents. Skills, according to them, are abilities that can be taught, while talents are innate. They emphasize that it's more effective and efficient to hire people who naturally have the talents necessary to excel in a particular role, rather than trying to instill these talents in them. Finding the right fit. The authors also argue for the importance of finding the right fit for each person within the organization. This doesn't mean that everyone should be promoted until they reach their level of incompetence, known as the Peter Principle, but rather, Each person should be in a role that plays to their strengths and gives them the best chance of success. This could mean lateral career moves or even demotions in some cases. Rethinking employee satisfaction. In the realm of employee satisfaction, the authors dispute the common belief that satisfaction leads to performance. They suggest that it's actually the other way around. High performance leads to employee satisfaction. When employees feel that they are contributing and making a difference, they are more likely to be satisfied with their jobs. Challenging conventional wisdom. The authors challenge conventional wisdom around company policies. They argue that the best companies and managers have very diverse approaches to people management, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Each manager must develop their own unique style based on their talents and those of their employees. The authors also argue against the conventional wisdom that fair treatment means treating everyone the same way. They assert that the best managers treat each employee as an individual, taking into account their unique talents and needs. Differentiation in treatment. The authors suggest that managers should spend the most time with their best people and treat their best employees differently from their mediocre ones. They argue that while this might seem unfair or undemocratic, it's actually the best way to ensure high performance. Conclusion. In conclusion, first, break all the rules. What the world's greatest managers do differently offers a fresh and contrarian perspective on management. Instead of focusing on trying to fix weaknesses, enforce uniformity, or adhere to rigid policies, the authors encourage managers to focus on strengths, celebrate diversity, and foster individuality. They argue that this approach is not just more humane, but also more effective, leading to higher productivity, greater employee satisfaction, and lower turnover. By breaking the traditional rules of management, Buckingham and Kaufman provide a roadmap for managers to unlock the potential in their teams and create high-performing workplaces. The key lies not in trying to mold people to fit a certain profile, but in recognizing and leveraging their unique talents and abilities. By doing so, managers can create an environment where employees thrive, and the organization succeeds. First, break all the rules is not just a call to challenge the status quo but a rigorous, research-backed guide for all managers aiming to bring out the best in their teams. It invites readers to reconsider traditional management practices and adopt a more individual-centric approach that acknowledges and celebrates the diversity and potential of every employee. It is a compelling manifesto for the modern manager who seeks to combine compassion and performance, creating workplaces that are not just successful, but also fulfilling and enjoyable for everyone involved. This is a summary of, first, break all the rules. What the world's greatest managers do differently, by Click Through College.